What up, gang? Lane Carolina Jackpot time coming at you. It is Friday evening. It also means that it is November 17th, 2023. And I want to get into a little bit of college football talk real quick. Take a look at your odds on the South Carolina versus Kentucky game and what has happened there the past 5 or 6 hours. That line has moved. It was officially Kentucky -1. So the Kentucky Wildcats are favored by a point over South Carolina in the contest tomorrow night at 7 o'clock in Williams-Brice Stadium. It has since moved to South Carolina -2. So that thing-a-lang took a 3-point swing in the course of just about 5-6 hours. Stuff like that doesn't just happen for no reason. Someone knows something, and they dropped a shit ton of money on South Carolina, which I absolutely love. I'm speculating that Kentucky quarterback Devin Leary may be injured and probably is not going to play in that game, or he may be elsewise hampered or limited. First of all, let me just say this. First of all, let me tell you this real quick. I'm going to be doing something in this video. And, well, what I'm going to be doing is this. That's exactly right. So you can like it, you can not like it. You can choose to turn the video off right now if you don't want to hear it. But I won't be standing on business. I honestly feel like if Devin Leary's not going to play, I would have felt like the line would have swung in Kentucky's favor even more. This guy sucks. I mean, he's really, really not a good quarterback. And, yeah, he got injured at NC State last year, so, got to feel bad for him there. He had a great 2021 campaign, but after his injury, he came back and he wasn't himself. Hits the transfer portal, heads up there to Kentucky to play this season with the human baked potato, and it's just more of the same old stuff. Just not effective. Can't hit the broadside of a barn. He's had one good game against Tennessee, and the rest of them have been subpar. So that's what we're dealing with tomorrow night. I expect South Carolina to bottle up the run with Ray Davis as best they can. They bottled up the run with the Mississippi State running back, who was at the time leading the SEC in rushing. They bottled up the Texas A&M rush attack for the most part, so it can be done. And now we don't know who is going to be trying to beat South Carolina over the top, and I just don't think they're going to be able to do it. I've thought that the line on this game was wrong all week long. I still feel like it's wrong. The bottom line is South Carolina is going to beat Kentucky tomorrow night. I'm thinking anywhere from 10 to 14 points. At night, Williams-Brice Stadium, back is against the wall with South Carolina. Got to get 2 wins to get bowl eligible. This, I think, is going to be the more attainable of the 2 wins. And I don't like to talk that way because, the thing is, and it's cool because I absolutely loathe both of our final 2 opponents. I don't know which one I hate worse. Clemson, obviously. But Kentucky's on up there. They're up there. Their coach, the human baked potato is, just a jackass, taking pot shots last year at Shane Beamer. Yeah, Shane Beamer's a dumbass. I mean, yes, he dressed up like an idiot and danced around in sunglasses. Last year I thought it was all cool and fun and games and everything. Now that he can't win a damn game to save his soul, not so much. But still, at the same time, Mark Stoops just kind of took a shot and ran. And then he tried to backtrack it and backtalk it like he didn't say that wasn't who he was talking about. I'm just talking about the kids and, the way that they, okay. Yeah, right, Mark. Whatever. Everybody believes you. So I can't stand those son of bitches. And, they are a rival. They are probably South Carolina's I'd say Tennessee's probably number one. I'd say they're the number two most hated SEC rival. And they were doing a poll on the Gamecock station out of Columbia. Is Kentucky considered a rival to you? And like 60% said yes, and 40% said no. I mean, 40%, I mean, it should have been like 10% said no, 90% said yes. It's obviously a rival, okay? Because looking at the number of wins probably over the last 20 years, South Carolina and Kentucky are probably pretty even. And that's with South Carolina having all those good seasons. A lot of South Carolina fans, they kind of still look down on Kentucky as a program. And look, I'm looking down on them as a program right here in this video because I'm telling you this year, it's not very good. I'm not really looking down on them as a program, or I'm talking down on this team. I think the 2023 Kentucky team sucks. I think it sucks. They've lost 4 out of their last 5 games. Now, granted, those games were to pretty good competition. They lost to Mizzou, lost to Tennessee, they lost to Georgia, and then they've lost to Alabama. And then they got a win there against Mississippi State. On the road in Starkville, which is something they hadn't done since 2008. So, golf clap, I guess, for beating a terrible Mississippi State team who just fired their coach. So this team is terrible. The program, though, is not. A lot of the Gamecock fans think that we're superior to them. Well, look, I got news for you. Steve Spurrier doesn't coach here anymore. All right? And Rich Brooks / Joker Phillips / Bill Curry / Hal Money does not coach at Kentucky anymore. Now, as much as I don't like the human baked potato, one can't shy away from, and one can't debate the fact that he's done a 180 with that program, and he's built a pretty solid foundation up there through recruiting, through transfer portal. And he's done what he's needed to do to keep things pretty much moving in a positive direction. They've kind of plateaued out this year, but I think they'll be back. But unfortunately, it's not going to be Saturday night at Williams-Brice Stadium. So take the Gamecocks, lay the 2 points, whatever. I think we beat them by 10 points or more. I think Spencer Rattler, it'll be his last conference game in Williams-Brice Stadium, and I expect him to put on a show here. We throw all the record books out the window. What am I trying to say here? I don't know that we necessarily have to throw the kitchen sink at them to beat them, but I think that South Carolina is going to come out on top here. I just don't see Kentucky being able to muster up enough offense to keep pace with the South Carolina. They're going to get some stops on defense. Defensively, this is a fairly solid team, but this is not a vintage Mark Stoops defense. So there's that. I think South Carolina wins. I think South Carolina covers, and I think we send them back home after we spank their little butts, garnet and black, to make a mess with that blue and whatever their ugly colors are. Can't stand them. Give me the Gamecocks covering the spread, and Kentucky is crying once again. Probably going to be crying about, well, if we'd have had Devin Leary playing, we'd have won. Remember last year they cried, well, if Will Levis had been playing, we'd have won. Well, it's not our fault you didn't cultivate a backup quarterback. So you'd think that by now they would have cultivated a backup quarterback because they know these situations come up. Guess what? I guarantee you they hadn't. And if that is true, and if he's out in that game tomorrow night, or if he's limited, they're going to get a beat down put on their ass, the likes of which they have not seen this year. So go Gamecocks, go Spencer Rattler, go Xavier Leggett, go Mario Anderson. And offensive line, 3rd game in a row, the same offensive line will be playing together. That's huge for us. This year. Gives me a little bit of a sign that we're starting to heal and starting to move in the right direction. So anyway, I gotta go. I'll see you guys later. Appreciate it. Oh, by the way, that game tomorrow night, we'll be live streaming it here on the Carolina Jackpot channel, 7 o'clock on the SEC Network. South Carolina versus Kentucky. Kentucky sucks. Give me the Gamecocks. I'll see y'all later. Appreciate it. Peace. I'm out. Go Cox.